Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet civil servants on Civil Services Day today. Minority Affairs Minister says rights of all citizens, including minorities, are guaranteed. Warns against misinformation. Health Ministry says India's COVID-19 recovery rate is 17.47%, and 10,331 SHG members under Nagaland State Rural Livelihood Mission receives financial assistance under Pradhan, Mantri, Garib, Kalyan Yojana. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted all civil servants and their families on the occasion of Civil Services Day. In a tweet, President Ramnath Kovind said, "Our civil services have played a key role in implementing policies and programs for public welfare." Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu complimented all the civil servants for effectively and efficiently translating policies into programs. Naidu said the civil servants, along with doctors and medical professionals, have been leading India's fight against COVID-19 pandemic. He said the nation is grateful to all such warriors who have been risking their lives at the face of the infection to protect the countrymen. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a series of tweets, appreciated their efforts in ensuring India's success to defeat COVID-19. He said they are working round the clock, assisting those in need and ensuring everyone is healthy. The Prime Minister paid tributes to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who envisioned India's administrative framework and emphasized on building a system that is progress-oriented and compassionate. On the occasion, Nagaland Chief Minister Niperio also expressed his appreciation to the civil servants for their human service, especially in the fight against corona. Trio wishes all civil servants as they continue to work for the betterment of the country. The Government of India celebrates April 21 every year as Civil Services Day. Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi today said secularism and harmony is not political fashion, but it is perfect passion for India and the Indians. Speaking to media in New Delhi, Naqvi said, "This inclusive culture and commitment has united the country with a fabric of unity in diversity." He said constitutional, social and religious rights of all the citizens, including the minorities, are India's constitutional and moral guarantee. Naqvi said Muslims are prosperous in India and those trying to vitiate the atmosphere cannot be their friends. He said people should remain cautious of any type of fake news and conspiracies aimed at creating misinformation. Naqvi said all the Muslim religious leaders, imams, religious and social organizations and the Muslim community have jointly decided to offer prayers and perform their religious rituals during the holy month of Ramzan, staying inside their homes. The Economic Advisory Council of the 15th Finance Commission will meet this month to discuss implications of the COVID-19 pandemic on GDP growth. The council members will meet on 23rd and 24th of this month through online medium, which will be presided over by the chairman of the commission, N.K. Singh. The members would also be discussing on the possible assumptions for tax buoyancy and revenue in the current and next financial year. Discussion on public expenditure fillip to shore up the economy would also be on the agenda. Speaker of Nagaland Legislative Assembly, NLA, Sharingan Longama, today took part in a video conference with the speakers of all the state legislatures. The conference was hosted by Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Om Birla. In a release, Secretary NLA said the focus of discussion was on COVID-19 pandemic affecting the country and the rest of the world. During the interaction, Speaker Longama shared on the various initiatives taken by the state for containing the spread of the virus within the state. Lok Sabha Speaker, in his concluding remark, appreciated the efforts of the states in addressing the situation. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. The Health Ministry spokesman said recovery rate of COVID-19 in the country is 17.47%. Briefing media in New Delhi today, the spokesperson said there are 61 districts in 23 states and union territories where no fresh cases have been reported in the last 14 days. A total of 1,336 fresh confirmed cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the total number to 18,601. As many as 3,252 patients have recovered and have been discharged from the hospitals, while 590 patients have died. He said the centre has issued detailed guidelines to all states that while focusing on COVID-19, all other services need to be provided, be it for dialysis, HIV, cancer and other treatments. Indian Council of Medical Research spokesperson informed that over 4.49 lakh tests for COVID-19 have been conducted so far in India. He said states have been advised not to use new rapid antibody tests for 2 days, adding that it will investigate the issue of faulty kits. In Nagaland till 3 p.m. today, a total of 537 samples have been sent for testing from the state, out of which 456 samples have tested negative and results of 81 samples are awaited. Central government's relief package under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana (PMGKY) to combat COVID-19 pandemic has brought a ray of hope for all the people, especially the poor and the vulnerable communities in the country who are being affected by the shutdown and also who are fighting against it. In Nagaland, this relief package has mitigated the financial stress of the rural poor to tide over immediate household needs. The self-help groups, SHGs, and village-level organizations, VLOs, under the Nagaland State Rural Livelihood Mission, Rural Development, is accessing PMGKY. This till today, 10,331 SHG members in the state have availed a total amount of 51.66 lakh rupees under the scheme. Speaking to AIR News Kohima, Senlapom PMGKY beneficiary and a VLO member under NRLM from Okshok village under Longling district said her family received a sum of 2,000 rupees under PM Kisan Yojana and 500 rupees under Jan Dhan Yojana. She said the timely assistance from the centre has helped them to meet their basic needs. Senla thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for providing the relief package for the poor families. It may be mentioned that the centre has announced 1.70 lakh crore relief package under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana for the poor to help them fight the battle against coronavirus. The package includes special insurance scheme for health workers, free food grains, gas cylinders for 3 months, cash benefits to farmers, cash transfers of 500 rupees per month to BMJDY women account holders for next 3 months and others. Over 25,000 COVID-19 related portal grievances have been redressed in the last 20 days, beginning from the 1st of April. Union Minister Jitendra Singh disclosed yesterday about the current status of the National Monitoring Dashboard launched by the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances under the Ministry of Personnel following the declaration of nationwide lockdown. He said a grievance portal has received tremendous response from the people from across the country in the last 3 weeks. The Directorate of School Education has directed all STEOs to resume midday meal scheme in all schools under their jurisdiction with immediate effect. In a directive, Principal Director Shanavas C. said all STEOs should coordinate and supervise the distribution of midday meals, food grains to students strictly in accordance with the directives issued by the office on 20th of March. Shanavas also directed the officers to contact the respective deputy commissioners and obtain necessary permissions or car passes for their movement. The principal director further said a compliance report of this directive should be submitted through email to nagalandmtm@gmail.com, and failing to comply with the directive will initiate appropriate disciplinary action against the officials. And now 20 News, here are the main points again. President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet civil servants on Civil Services Day today. Minority Affairs Minister says rights of all citizens, including minorities, are guaranteed, warns against misinformation. Health Ministry says India's COVID-19 recovery rate is 17.47%, and 10,331 SHG members under Nagaland State Rural Livelihood Mission receives financial assistance under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.